Hey everyone, Reddy
Hiya.
Linx here, joined with Epic again.
Hiya again. Yeah.
Welcome back to another Choose Your Own Adventure livestream. Special edition number 2 of the Give Yourself Goosebumps series, Return to Terror Tower, which is a part 2 of A Night in Terror Tower. For those of you who are new to the series, basically me and the guests will try to get one good ending with 3 tries. So if we get 2 bad endings, then that's okay. But the third ending we get, that's it. So, like I said, this is number 2 in the Give Yourself Goosebumps Special Edition series. So without further ado, I'm going to read the Beware page and we'll be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this is I'm using another physical copy of the book. This was another rare one that cost about $40 online. So yeah,
Yeah.
alright. Oh,
Yeah.
beware us.
Sure.
Beware! Do not read this book from beginning to end. Are you ready for another night in Terror Tower?
Hmm.
We're not in for. We're not from your time. Your friends Sue and Eddie tell you. We're really a prince and princess from 800 years ago in the past. Yeah, right, you think. But before you know it, Sue and Eddie have dragged you back in time. And then you get captured by their enemy, the Executioner. Now it's up to you to rescue your friends and find a way back to your own timeline. But can you handle a dragon? Cast a spell? Match wits with Robin Hood? Can you beat the evil Executioner? This story picks up where Goosebumps number 27, A Night in Terror Tower, left off. But this scary adventure is all about you. You decide what will happen. You decide what will happen next. Start on page 1, follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. If you make the right choices, you'll find your friends again. But if you choose badly, beware. Now, turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps. Wow, not even a deep breath or anything?
Yeah.
That's new.
I guess it's because they want to. It's a continuation, and it's like, they want to be like, let's start the book quickly. Like we're gonna have a really long intro, so let's like at least like try and hype people up because
I mean,
yeah,
I understand because it would have gone
yeah.
way past 1 page.
True. Yeah, and you would have had to. I mean, I think they're probably like, oh, this. If they have this book, they probably have this book. So like, the whole like take a deep breath and like cross your fingers thing is probably in the first book. But like, I don't know.
But no, that was just like a normal book that you read through from page
Oh, I
1 to
see.
page
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Okay, that makes. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, noted.
This is a continuation that is a choose your own
Okay.
adventure book.
Okay, that makes sense.
I hope you did your Terror Tower learning because we're going to be using it today.
Sure. Okay.
It's okay if you didn't, but whatever.
Mm, Sure, I
I
don't.
just typed this out and all right, we're going to be
Okay.
starting the book now.
Okay,
All
sure.
right.
Okay.
All right. Page 1. The Lord High who? You stare at your friends Eddie and Sue Morgan. Sue scowls. The Lord High Executioner, she repeats. We told you about him already. Are you even listening? I'm listening, you answer. But the story is a little hard to keep up with. You munch on another cookie and take a swig of milk. The truth is, you aren't really listening. The three of you just got out of school. It's a warm spring day. There's a breeze blowing. Now that you had a snack in the Morgan's kitchen, you want to go outside and ride your bike. Maybe have an adventure, if that's even possible in your rinky-dink little town. But Sue and Eddie insist on telling you this crazy story first. About how they are actually a prince and princess from medieval England. Yeah, you think. And I'm the president of the United States. Turn to page 2. I did not say that on purpose. That's actually in the book.
Okay, I see.
The
Hmm.
sarcastic remark.
Fair enough.
Alright. Sue pushes a lock of blonde hair out of her eyes and keeps talking. Over 800 years ago, our father was the King of England. Like I said, I was Princess Susanna, and Eddie was Prince Edward. Our father was a good king. He treated his subjects kindly. Eddie and I were to step to our father's place as rulers of England. Sue, Eddie, reality check. Your father is Professor Morgan. You interrupt. He teaches hi- he teaches history at the university. He is not our real father. Wait, I need a new voice for this guy. He's not our real father, Eddie says. Where's your real father then? He's dead, Eddie replies. You see a cold, hard look in his eyes. He was murdered by our uncle after that. After that, Uncle Robert had himself made king. He used magic to turn the nobles against us. And we had help, Sue adds with the same hard look, from the world's most cruel, evil man, the Lord High Executioner. Find out more on page 3. The Lord High Executioner. You repeat, a chill runs up your spine. Is a twisted, evil man, Eddie declares. He loves to inflict pain and suffering after Uncle Robert became king. The executioner locked us in the tower. He's a It's a terrible place, full of instruments of torture. We were being kept there until the executioner could burn us at a stake. I'm An executioner who loves to inflict torture and pain is not good at his job.
True, yeah.
He's
Wait,
meant to
yeah, but
kill, not
yeah,
not
true.
torture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, true. I mean, and I think yeah, because like executioners, yeah, they're not like
Yeah,
they're
they're
meant
meant
to
to
kill.
kill, not not
Yeah,
not not put pain on them.
yeah, interrogate. Yeah, because there's what's yeah, they're not the type of people to do that type of stuff
Yeah,
unless
they're not
yeah,
instigators.
yeah, or like what's it called? Invest no,
Once again,
yeah,
this was back in like
yeah,
800 years
true.
ago England. So
Yeah, I mean,
this is like 1000, like the
yeah,
1200s,
yeah.
at least from what Eddie and Sue are saying to us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, like executioners are not that type of person. They're more like it's more about like how do I say this? They kill people, yes, but they don't torture them.
Yeah, they can kill people whether it be from enemies,
Yeah,
kingdoms, or people
true.
who are
Yeah,
guilty
yeah,
guilty of things.
yeah, basically, yeah,
Like back then, if you couldn't pay your bills, they had you locked up.
yeah, basically.
All right. Anyways, Eddie shivers and goes silent. Sue picks up the story. Our father's wizard, Morgred, rescued us. He sent us to this time. Your time. We were in London, but the executioner followed us. He kidnapped us and took us back to the past. And the second time. Wait, no, sorry. And he almost killed us again. But Morgred saved us for the second time. He brought us to this time again. And we moved all the way to the United States. No, now Morgred stays with us and pretends to be our father. When Sue finishes, there's silence in the room. It's a crazy story, and you're beginning to think that Eddie and Sue believe it. Does that mean your friends are crazy? Maybe you should get out of here. There's plenty of time to go for a bike ride, or maybe you should stay with your friends. Alright, we're given a choice.
Uh-huh.
Hit the open road, or hang out with Eddie and Sue.
Hmm. I think hang out, I think.
Yeah, this is clearly going to
Yeah,
be like, you would rather diss the chance to You would rather just a chance to go back in time? Wow, this
true.
story is not for you. It's gonna be like one of those chastising
Yeah,
moments.
it's gonna make fun of us basically. Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
should
like
hang
you
out.
would rather go on a bike ride instead of having a trip through
Well,
time?
or like you'd like or like in that one book like a few I think it was a few books back like you'd oh come on that's not nice like come on now like talk to her kindly that type of stuff
Yeah,
yeah
we're hanging out with Eddie and Sue.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Sure. Okay.
You've been hanging out with Eddie and Sue a lot since they moved onto your block 2 months ago. They're cool. Eddie is a wait, no, sorry. Sue is in sixth grade with you. Her brother Eddie is in fifth. You would know if they were nuts, wouldn't you? We aren't nuts, Sue says, almost as if she's reading your mind. I know it's all hard to believe, but every word is true. And now we need your help. My help, you say. What for? We have to go back to our time, Sue answers, and we want you to come with us. Why do you, why do you have to go back? You ask with a smirk. Because Mordred has used his wizard powers to look into the past, Eddie explains. Uncle Robert is treating our subjects terribly. People are starving, and anyone who complains gets dragged away by the king's red and black uniformed men. To the tower. He shivers, and Sue squeezes his arm. She looks at you. We have to go back and free our subjects. We have to find a way to get King Robert off that throne. It's our royal duty. And we need someone to help us. Wait, sorry, Robert. And we need someone to help us, Eddie adds. Someone the Lord High Executioner's men won't recognize. Someone, Sue says. Just like you. Go to page 76. Man, the king's starving his people?
Yeah,
I mean, I get he's not the true king, but still.
true. Yeah,
And anyone who
still.
complains gets dragged to the chamber?
Nah. Yeah, that I mean, yeah, but you would be surprised how many kings actually did that, just saying.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's probably true
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, this is actually yeah, this type of stuff is common all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
uh,
yeah.
Me? Go to England 800 years in the past? You laugh. Why not? I was thinking of taking a bike ride, but a little time travel might be a nice change of pace. Sue sighs. I know you don't believe us, Sue says, but you will in a minute. I have proof. Sue digs into her pocket of her jeans. Then she lays three smooth white stones on the table. Each one is about the size of a chicken's egg. These are the stones that Morgred used to bring us to this time, Sue tells you. You decide to play along. Maybe Sue and Eddie are about to pull some elaborate magic trick. That would be great. By the way, you pipe up, where is Morgred? Is he coming on our little trip to the past? No, Eddie and Sue shout at once. He can't know our plan, Sue explains. It's way too dangerous. He only told us what is happening to scare us into never going back. I see, you tell them. Well, use the stones. Let's go. Go to page 129. We have to prepare first, Sue replies. There's a limit to how much the stones can transport. You can only take 3 things with you. 3 things? You repeat. Like what? Anything that might come in handy in a fight, Eddie suggests. Or that or that might get the people to follow us and help us overthrow King Robert, Sue adds. Your beat up green book bag is lying on the floor next to your soccer ball. You unzip the bag and dump out its contents. Besides a couple of school textbooks and a half of a peanut butter sandwich, this is what you see: a pocket flashlight, a tape player, a pair of sunglasses, and a soccer ball. What would you bring if you were going back in time? You ask yourself. Choose 3 items. Turn to page one. Okay, here's something. Choose 3 items, turn to page 136, and write down the 3 things you would take, then turn to
Okay.
page 104. So we
Okay.
gotta choose 3 of these 4 items. this is
Uh-huh.
this is going back to trapped in the circus of
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah, okay, remember because definitely take like some food or something because you
Well,
know.
here's the four items we could take:
Uh-huh.
a pocket flashlight, a tape
Uh-huh.
player, a pair of
Yeah.
sunglasses,
Yeah.
and a soccer ball.
Okay. Wait, the
I
soccer ball.
wait.
Oh my
I
god,
think we got. I think we got. I think we got. I think I have a plan.
Okay,
How
sure.
about I pick? How about I pick something,
Okay.
and you pick something,
Uh-huh.
and then the next thing will be random.
Sure. Okay.
All right. I'll start by picking something. It's- I'm thinking we're definitely gonna need the pocket flashlight. We need a
Yeah,
source of
agreed.
light.
Pocket flashlight, yeah.
All right, so that's one thing. What do you
Okay,
think
so
you'll choose? The
uh,
tape player, the pair of sunglasses, or the soccer ball?
tape player because think of it. I don't know, like I think tape player or soccer ball because like here's the thing. If we because like he's like starving his people and all that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can like get get him to like say stuff with the tape player. The tape player records it and then we can like show it to the people and they like can revolt or something against the king.
All right, so we've got a pocket flashlight and tape player.
If that works. Go on.
Now we've got to pick either a sunglasses or a soccer ball. To do that, I'm gonna flip coin.
Sure, sure, okay.
Heads, we take the sunglasses. Tails, we take the soccer ball.
Sure. Okay.
All right. It landed on tails,
Okay.
so I guess we'll take the soccer ball.
Okay,
All
sure.
right,
No, that time.
so we're taking the pocket flashlight, tape player, and soccer ball.
Sure,
All
why not?
right.
Okay.
And this book even gives you an inventory to show you what
Yeah.
you've got.
Yeah, which I'm surprised they didn't say like, oh, you could take food with you and stuff because you know, remember like you had the whole elephant thing and you had to like bribe with peanuts and all that. But yeah,
Yeah, but either
yeah,
way, I don't think
yeah.
I'll use the inventory page. I could just pull up notes on my phone.
Yes, I got it on a piece of paper. It's fine. Don't worry.
All right. Turn to page 104 when you've picked your items. All right.
Sure.
You stuff the three items into your book bag. Are you ready? Eddie asks. Yep, you reply. Give me one of those rocks. No! Sue screams so loudly you almost jump out of your seat. The stones are dangerous, she adds gravely. When the spell takes hold, you'll probably feel strange. Whatever happens, don't touch the stones. Is that clear? Yeah, sure, you answer. This must be part of the trick. All right, Edward, Sue tells him. You start. Eddie places the first stone in his palm. Then he places the second and third on top of it, till they form a small tower. You notice that the stones are glowing. Cool, they're coated with glow in the dark paint, you think. Eddie begins to chant some corny spell. Mulveris, 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 he calls out. Then the stones suddenly explode in a flash of blinding white light. Blink and turn to page 80. You're blinded. A force like an invisible hand squeezes the air out of your lungs. You gasp for breath, fighting to stay awake. The room is spinning. Fear and panic fill your mind. Whatever is happening is no game. But what is it? Magic? Through the white haze that covers your vision, you can just make out Eddie in front of you. The three white stones are still in the palm of his hand, glowing fiercely. The stones, you think, if I knock them down, whatever's happening will stop. With all your might, you struggle to lift your hand and knock away the stone. Then you remember what Sue said. Whatever happens, don't touch the stones. You hesitate. Sue told you to not touch the stones, but you feel as if you're choking to death. You gotta stop this. What should you do? Alright, we're given a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Knock down the stones or obey Sue's warning.
Uh, hmm. Okay, so we feel like we're being chugged, right? Or whatever
I mean,
it is.
that's what we're feeling, but
Yeah. Huh. I think obey? Right? I don't know.
I mean, they are our friends. This is not
Yeah.
like someone's trying to kill us.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly, they have experience. So,
Yeah, true.
all right, let's obey. If this is
Yeah.
wrong, we'll have 2 lives left.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, sure.
98. Eddie and Sue told me I'd feel weird, you think? I just didn't believe them. You realize you better not touch the stones because the thought hits you hard. You really are traveling in time. You're shocked. You're shocked, scared, and amazed all at once. Then you don't feel or see anything. The next thing you know, you're waking as if from a deep sleep. Slowly you open your eyes. You're lying on a lumpy, scratchy mattress. You guess it must be filled with straw. You glance up. The ceiling of the room is made of straw too. The walls are stone, pitchforks, a wooden rake, and a hoe hang from hooks. There's a fireplace with a pile of peat stacked nearby. A rough wooden table, 2 chairs, and the bed you're lying on are the only other things in the room. You take a deep breath. Sniff, sniff. What a stench! It smells like a barnyard in here. Sue and Eddie really did it. You marvel out loud. I must be back in the Middle Ages. You glance around the hut again. Hey, where are Eddie and Sue, you think? Search for them on page 64. This is definitely a kid in King Arthur's court kind of thing.
Yeah, probably.
We're
Huh.
Calvin Fuller right now. We're Calvin
Yeah,
Fuller.
true.
I mean, have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't, but if Vitals the way what's it? How do I say this? I mean, I've never seen it, but like, I mean, if you say it is, I mean,
I mean, that's what I'm thinking is going on.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, this is definitely a kid in King Arthur's court kind of thing going
fair.
on.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, seems like it.
I won't spoil the movie,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah, that's alright. Don't worry.
All right.
Should we continue?
Yeah. All right. You manage to sit up. Eddie? Sue? You call. Where are you? Are you all right? There's no reply at first. Then you hear a soft grunting noise, almost as if someone's trying to talk. Eddie? You manage to call. Is that you? Sue? Are you hurt? No answer. All you hear is the same muffled sound. The sound is coming from outside. You stagger to your feet, still weak from the time travel. Then you stop. You don't know what that noise is. You don't even know where you are. Who knows what's outside the hut? What do you do? Alright, we're given a choice.
Uh-huh.
Go outside or stay.
Hmm. Uh, hmm. I mean, what, so we
Right,
like,
there's a grunting noise outside and we don't
okay,
know what it is.
uh-huh. Grunting noise, okay.
Eddie and Sue
Okay,
are missing, however.
okay, huh. I think we should, like, stay inside, I'm gonna be honest. Like, we do not know what that thing is.
Yeah, I'd
Might as well
rather
be
stay
safe.
inside.
Yeah, might
That
as
could
well
either
be safe.
be that could either be dangerous men or a wild animal for all we care.
Yeah, better to stay safe.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, true, I agree.
Alright, return to page 40, which is stay inside.
Sure.
Okay. You step toward the door, but then you catch a glimpse of your jeans and sneakers. I can't go outside like this, you think. Your heart is beating quickly. Eddie and Sue told the truth about the time travel. That means their story about King Robert and his scary sidekick The Lord High Executioner is also true. You're in real danger. Any mistake could mean death or a living death in the tower. You peer around the room. Your book bag is on the small wooden table. Next to it is a piece of loose leaf paper. You grab the paper and carry it to the low doorway, where there's more light. It's a note from Eddie and Sue. We have gone to the village for supplies. If we are not back by the time you wake up, then we probably have been captured by the Lord High Executioner. He will take us to the tower, but will not kill us until he has all the stones. We have kept one and hidden two. We can't write where, in case this note falls into the wrong hands. There, in the two of the places on the map, our fate rests in your hands. Only you can help. You must find the stones and then rescue us from the tower. The tower? You gasp. Read more on page 91. Your hand trembles as you read the rest of the note. If you can't rescue us, then hide the stones where the Lord High Executioner can never find them. We're sorry we got you into this. Good luck. The note is signed Edward and Susanna. Find the stones? Rescue Eddie and Sue from the tower? How do they expect you to do that? You don't even know where the tower is. Then you remember the note said something about a map. There's no map on the table. You turn the note over and see a simple hand-drawn map on the back. Check out the map on page 135, then go to page 120. Oh my god, there's actually a map on here.
Okay.
How am I
What?
gonna show how am I gonna show
Sure.
you this?
Since my I'm on it at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna take a alright, I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Sure.
Wait a second.
Okay, sure. I'm still here.
I'm gonna send you it to your alternate account on Discord.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Boom.
Oh, okay. Nice. Uh, okay. So what are we like supposed to
So
do?
there's the forest, the
Mm-hmm.
dragon's cave, the village, Morgrid's tower, the
Mm-hmm.
castle, and Terror Tower itself.
Okay. Hmm.
Surely we're gonna be going to these
True.
places.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Alright, and it said it
yeah.
was 128.
Yeah, I mean, the village is probably where all the villages are, obviously. Crossroads.
Alright,
I mean,
we'll keep this map. We'll keep this map, for
yeah.
alright, we'll keep
True.
this map. Alright.
Yeah, true.
Alright.
Okay, I'll keep it on my side.
Alright, let's continue.
Sure.
You carefully fold the map and put it in your book bag. You peek out the doorway of the hut. You are surrounded by fields. Right in front of the door is a dirt road that leads into a thick cluster of trees. How are you supposed to know where to go? This is too scary. You wish you could go back to your own time and your own home. You wish this was a dream, but you know it's not. How are you supposed to find the stones, and how can Eddie and Sue expect you to sneak into the tower and save them? It's impossible. Then you notice something that cheers you up. Hanging on a peg behind the door are some simple woolen clothes. At least you'll blend in with the people here. You take off your jeans and t-shirt and slip the wooden garments on. They're scratchy and they don't smell great, but they'll do. There's a pair of leather boots. You pull them on. They're surprisingly comfortable. Suddenly you don't feel quite so afraid. You pick up the book bag and step out the door into the warm sunshine. Step to page 118. At least now we'll blend in with the others because we have clothes on.
True. Yeah.
That we now have clothes on where we are.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah.
All right. That's a smart move, by the way. It's a beautiful day in the countryside. The sky is bright blue and a slight breeze blows across the fields. You could almost forget that you've traveled 800 years back in time. Then a picture of Sue and Eddie pops into your mind. You see them locked in a dark tower, chains on their feet and sharp blades hanging over their heads. You try to force the image away. First things first, you remember to yourself. I've got to find those stones. Then I'll think about how to rescue Eddie and Sue. You take a deep breath and head down the road. Soon the road joins another one and becomes broader. With each step, you feel fear and excitement growing in you. What will you see around the bend? The road climbs a big hill. As you come to the crest as a flat plain stretching for miles. Down below, several roads meet to form a crossroads. One of the roads leads to the tower, you think, and you'll have to take it eventually. With grim determination, you start to walk down the other side of the hill. Walk to page 132. You are standing in the middle of the crossroads. Tall trees surround you. From where you stand, 6 roads branch off in 6 directions. Alongside each road is a stone marking with a simple picture carved in it. You study the markers for a long time. What do the signs mean? Which road leads to the stones? Which leads to the tower? You study your map, then you glance back at the stone markers. Which one will lead to success? And which will lead to death? Which road do you take? Okay, here's what I'm seeing. There's 6 different stones, and each of them has a marking that I think is on the map.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There's a castle,
Yeah,
there's
true.
a dark tower, a
Yeah,
forest, a cave, a, a
true.
more light tower, like a
True.
complete stone one,
Uh-huh.
and a village.
Yeah, true.
So it's basically just telling us what, so that, so we could go to the castle, we could go to Terror Tower, the forest, the Dragon's
Mm.
Cave, Morgred's Tower, and the village.
I say we go village, I'm gonna be honest, because like I mean, yeah, because like the kids they're like, well not the kids, but like the Eddie and what's the other one called?
Sue,
Sue. They're like saying like all the villagers are like starving and all that. Like maybe we can like go to the village and see if they're actually telling the truth and stuff.
then again,
True.
didn't they say that King Robert put a curse on this thing? Like, what if they
Mm.
will clearly know that we're not from their time. Like that from our appearance, we're clearly an outsider.
Yeah, but
Like
don't we know?
from their village, not their timeline.
Yeah, fair enough.
So they clearly will get confused and suspicious that we're not from
Yeah.
their village.
Hmm. I mean, I think if we go to the forest, that's where like Robin Hood's gonna be. The tower, I don't know, the
Dragon's
dragon.
Cave. See, Dragon's Cave. That I'm all in for a potential dragon.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think Castle and
mhm.
Terror Tower are just saved for last.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, okay, sure, let's go.
I don't think it's a smart choice to go straight for Terror Tower.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, we have to go for either like the village or the dragon's cave, in my opinion.
All right, either for it or we could go to Morgred's Tower.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's possible. I mean, the forest. Yeah, the forest we're probably gonna get jumped as well. Let's admit it, unless Robin Hood like saves us or something.
So we could either go to the village, the Dragon's Cave, or Morgred's Tower.
I think Margaret's Tower. I think Margaret's Tower is safe. I mean,
All right, well,
yeah, Morgan's Tower.
go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
I mean, the forest. I mean, I think that's where Robin Hood would be, and like it says, like you have to face off against him, but like I don't think we're actually gonna like attack him and stuff. He's probably gonna help us if anything.
All right, we'll go to Morgred's Tower first.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And since you're guest, I gave you the choice first.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, but like, yeah, I think we should go to the tower.
Yeah, Morgred's Tower.
Yeah.
All right. This road leads toward a tower. As you walk along, it quickly turns into nothing more than a narrow trail through jumbled underbrush. The thorny bushes crowd in around you. Before you've walked very far, your arms and face are scratched and bleeding in a dozen places. You're tired and hot, and the cuts sting. Just as you decide to go back to the crossroads to find an easier route, you see a tall, slender tower on a hill above you. A terror tower? You moan out loud. But it doesn't look like the way you imagined it. It's white and pretty and almost inviting. There are even pink and white flowers growing around the base. You decide to take a closer look. After a few minutes of climbing, you reach the base of the tower. There are no windows, but there's only one small wooden door. You circle the tower, the door is the only way in. You walk toward the door. It's made of rough, unfinished wood, without a handle or even a knocker. It's set deep in the stone wall. You notice the stones around the entrance are jagged, almost like teeth. Go to page 134. You place your hand on the door and give it a push. It's as solid as the stone walls around it. Taking a deep breath, you bang your fist on the door. Boom! The whole tower vibrates with a huge drum. You have to hold your ears until the sound dies down, and when it does, there's still no sign of any life anywhere. Guess no one is home, you think. You glance up and see some letters carved into the stone, just above the doorway. KMPPCB plus 2. Maybe it's a password, you think. Maybe if I say those letters, the door will swing open. You take a closer look at the jagged rocks around the door. The one that looks like the teeth, maybe the door won't swing open. Maybe something terrible will happen. Maybe you should study the letters a little longer to see if you get a brilliant idea. I would give it a choice.
Okay.
Say the letters or study them longer.
Uh, study them longer, I think.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
Just, just so you're aware that, just so you're aware, this is what I'm saying. I'll type it out.
Sure. Oh.
So
Wait, what if it's like a math problem because it's like x2 and it has like letters and numbers and all that.
yeah, it's definitely got a plus 2 in it,
Hmm. Plus,
but I'm
yeah.
typing it out. I'm typing it out.
I wonder
Plus
if
2.
it's like an equation or something.
And this is what I'm seeing
Okay.
right here.
Kepler, Kepler.
It's the same thing but capitalized, but I decided not to do
Okay.
that because
It's okay. Uh, wait. So what if this is like a code or something?
clearly
Kepler.
it
What if it's like a
clearly it
Caesar?
is.
What if it's like a Caesar cipher? Because or something like that. So it's
Well,
like,
I'm let's just say let's study them longer. Page
yeah, I'll study
31.
them longer. Yeah, but I think this is like some kind of code or something.
Well, we'll see on page 131.
Yeah.
Wait, you think just as you're about to say the code letters out loud, that message is a code, and the plus 2 is the key to the code. Quickly, you translate the letters, changing each one for the letter that comes to after the alphabet. Write the answer here. Now turn to page 45. Okay, so it clearly is a code.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
translate the letters, changing each one for the letter that comes to after in the alphabet.
Okay, so yeah, so it is a Caesar. It's ASCII, I think.
Okay, so
Uh,
here's what I think so we gotta switch
okay.
the letters
Yeah.
that are 2 letters after in the alphabet.
Okay, so
So
it's like, okay, so
C
like ABCD. All right, so
I
K would be
J
A,
K
L,
K
L,
L
M,
M M
M. Yeah, M.
N O
Yeah, M. Okay, so M
Q
O
Q R
M O
M O R
M O yeah M O R M O R J no not J uh uh
A B
G
C D E F G G
yeah G it's a
another
G and
R
then G
C D
another R
E
Yeah.
D.
E and then D. Okay.
Morgred.
Hmm.
Margaret. Margaret.
Oh, Margaret.
It's
Yeah, that
Margaret.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Margaret, yeah.
Because this is Margaret's tower.
Yeah, true. Convenient.
And turn to page 45.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Now you know what the coded message means. In a loud, clear voice, you shout, Margaret! The door swings open by itself, and you see a clean, well lit, round room inside. Of course, you declare. This isn't her tower. It's Margaret's tower. Margaret is the wizard who helped Edward and Susanna. The guy who pretends to be their father, Mr. Morgan. Margaret is back in your own time, but he's a friend of the prince and princess. Maybe there's something in his tower you can use to help rescue them. Feeling relieved, you step over the threshold. The room you enter seems to be Margaret's living area. There's a simple bed, a table, and two chairs, a fireplace, and some pots and pans. There's also a wooden staircase leading to the next floor. Alright, we're given a choice.
Okay.
Go upstairs or explore the room more.
Explore the room more, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll explore the first floor more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. 66. I'd better go slowly, you think. I'll check out this room before I see what's upstairs. It sounds like a good idea, but after a minute you start to get bored. All you find are some old pots and pans, knives and forks, and other kitchen utensils. There's a covered pot by the fireplace, and when you open it, your nose is hit by a terrible smell. Inside is a black and green gooey mess. You drop the pot and jump back in fright, expecting some kind of more magic. Then you realize it's just some moldy food that Margaret left behind. You're still recovering from your shock when you sit down on the wooden bed. It's covered with a soft woolen blanket. Bounce up and down a couple times. Suddenly you realize how tired you are. I could sleep for about 800 years. Say aloud with, wait, I could sleep for about 800 years. You say out loud with a yawn. Before you know it, your eyes are dropping shut. Your arms and legs feel as if they're sinking into the bed. Your head drops down onto the pillow. Wake up! Someone is shaking you. You open your eyes. A man is standing over you. He's wearing a dark blue blazer, tan pants, a white shirt, and striped tie. Get out of bed on page 39. Who are you? You ask, still feeling groggy. I'm Mr. Congreve, he says in an icy tone. Assistant manager. And I was about to ask you about what you're doing what you're doing sleeping in one of our rooms. Your rooms? You repeat dumbly. You gaze around. Everything has changed. You're not in Margaret's tower anymore. You're in some sort of hotel room. There's a television and a phone by the bed, and the assistant manager is wearing modern clothes. You're back in your own time, but how? The manager frowns. This is the Barclay Hotel, London, he sniffs, and our rooms are only for paying guests. Your mind races and you try to figure out what happened. You were sitting in Margaret's bed, and you said, I could sleep for about 800 years. The next thing you knew, of course, Margaret had the magic bed. Put you to sleep for as long as you wanted. You've been asleep for 800 years. Come along, the manager says. You'll have to leave. As you stand up to follow the manager, you realize that you'll never save Edward and Susanna now. 800 years, you think as you leave the hotel room. I just hope they don't make me pay the hotel bill. The end. Wow, just
Yeah,
wow.
wow.
So
Okay.
we fell asleep on
Uh,
Morgan's bed, saying
uh-huh.
that we could sleep for 800 years, and so we did, and then we woke it up by an
Yeah.
assistant manager in the hotel room, and now we're being kicked out because we didn't
What?
pay the hotel room service. Oh no, not
Nah.
room service, hotel rent.
Yeah. Yeah, I
We
mean,
we we literally fell asleep for 800 years.
yeah, I mean, not exactly a death, but not exactly a good ending either. Like, I mean, at least we're alive though, but like, still. I
Yeah,
mean,
but we did not save Edward and Susanna.
yeah, true.
All right, so I guess we'll jump back. Oh, I should probably tip something. So, two lives left.
Oh, oof.
All right. I gotta get back to that page wherever it
Sure.
was.
Okay, take your time.
It was like where we enter the tower.
Yeah,
Here it is.
sure.
All
Okay,
right.
sure.
It was either go upstairs or explore the room more. This time, we'll go upstairs.
Sure.
Page 74. You climb the step stairs into another circular room. This one is full of glass beakers filled with colorful fluids. Herbs hang from the ceiling, a skeleton is propped in one corner. In the center of the room is a large wooden table. It's bare except for a very thick old book. A spell book, you think? You run to the table. The words on the cover are in a strange script, but as you stare, the letters shift and change. Suddenly they stand out as clear as day. Warning. This book this book is to be used only by trained magic technician. Unauthorized say unauthorized use may lead to unpredictable results. Above all, do not use the book on page 2001. It is only for emergencies. Morgrid. Unpredictable, you think? Everything that's happened lately is unpredictable. I need help. But where do you start? The warning said the spell on page 2001 is for emergencies. Well, this is an emergency. But then again, maybe you should start at the beginning of the book. Or should you heed the warning on the cover and not use the book at all? Alright, we're given three choices.
Mm-hmm.
Start at the beginning of the book, use the spell, or don't use the book at all.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm putting a
Uh,
bookmark on this page, just
yeah.
in case.
Yeah, just in case. Okay,
So
so
we
if
can
we...
either start from the beginning of the Morgrid's spell book,
Mm-hmm.
use the spell for emergencies, or ignore the book.
Use the spell for emergencies only. We do not know what that thing does. Or start at the first... I think we can ignore it, but we can't, like, exactly use it. I think maybe
I mean,
start at the start
we
of
are.
it?
It said
Wait,
it could cause unpredictable events
true.
if used unauthorized.
Yeah, true. I think we should just take it and just only use it for emergencies. Like, the...
We can't take the book.
Okay, I see, I see. Wait, I thought we could. I thought, like, I only use it in emergencies.
I mean, it doesn't say we can bring it,
Hmm. Only use in emergencies? Why not?
right?
Yeah, I mean, look, because like I know we're gonna get confronted or something, and we have to use it, and it'd be like if we use it now, they'd be like, oh no, guys, like we're just like frogs or something, like that type of
Uh,
thing.
all right. Well, let's use the in case of emergencies page.
Yeah, sure, okay.
All right, 133. Well, it does say it's for emergencies, you tell yourself as you turn to page 2001. The instructions on the parchment page are very short. In case of emergencies, repeat these words 3 times. SOS 911. That's all you wonder? Then you take a deep breath and follow the instructions. SOS. Oh, wait, here's some. I think it says SOS 911.
Yeah,
It says
yeah, okay.
SOS. It said E
Yeah,
S S
save our
O
souls.
HOESS.
Yeah, okay,
And
sure.
9 is spelled with NYNE,
True,
and 1
yeah.
is spelled with WON twice.
True, yeah, okay, yeah.
So it's
Okay.
basically just a different way to say SOS 911.
Makes sense.
That's actually that's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
All right. When you're done, you brace yourself for something terrible or wonderful, but you jump in the fright with the skeleton in the corner begins to talk. Attention, it says. You are an unauthorized spin maker. You will be removed from the premises. Before you can say anything, there's a flash of blinding white light. The next thing you know, you're standing back at the crossroads in the exact place you were a couple of hours earlier. It was a magic burglar alarm, you utter. You take a moment and catch your breath. As far as you can tell, you're still in one piece. Well, you think, I'm back where I started, but at least I didn't turn myself into a frog or something. From out of nowhere, you hear the voice of a skeleton. Not this time! Go to page 32. Standing in the... Okay, it's just the page where we have to decide where to go.
Okay, sure. Okay.
So I guess here we make... So, alright, we'll cross Morgret's Tower out.
Yeah.
So now we have to decide whether we go to the forest, the cave, the dragon's cave, or the village.
Huh.
We could
I
also go to
think
the castle and Terra Tower, but I think we should save those two for last.
yeah, agreed. The village maybe? I mean,
Actually, here's what I think. Since you picked Morgret's Tower, I think I should make a choice now.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, you
I say we
should.
go to the dragon's cave.
Okay, yeah, if you say so.
For all we know, we could probably tame this dragon to be on our side.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a
Maybe.
possibility.
Yeah,
Like
true.
in Shrek.
Yeah, and then maybe we can go to like the village or something. Yeah, maybe.
Let's go to the dragon's cave. Page
Yeah,
29.
sure.
Alright. You haven't followed this road for more than 10 minutes before you come to a large wooden sign. The crudely drawn letters are hard to read, but you can make them out. Dragon's Cave. Turn back or perish. You want to laugh out loud. Those medieval people are so stupid. They actually believe in dragons? Then you notice that the edges of the sign are charred black. You peer past the sign and see that the trees behind it are burned like matchsticks. Eddie and Sue didn't say anything about a dragon's cave, you think, but it's on their map. If I were going to hide something, I'd put it in here. Then again, those burned trees and the charred sign. What if there really is a dragon as as a dragon? All right, here's something. If you go to the cave to the page 51, if you turn back or if you already have two stones, go to page 69.
Huh.
So it's clear we're going to be gathering stones here.
Yeah,
Well, we don't have any
yeah,
stones, so
true.
I guess we'll just go to page 51.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, page 51, why not?
I mean, to be fair, it says if you turn back or if you
Yeah,
have two stones.
true. Yeah.
But what's the point of just going there if you're just gonna turn back?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why? Just
Yeah,
why?
you go somewhere and you decide and what's the point of even going there if you're just gonna go right back?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I say let's just go to this cave. I want to see
Yeah,
the dragon.
okay, sure, yeah, sure.
I don't care if we die. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, yeah, true.
Mm. You take a deep breath and walk past the sign and into the burned forest. The land becomes more and more barren until there's nothing but rocks and burned soil and pools of muddy water. The path leads down into a grim-looking valley. At the bottom, in a cleft between two large boulders, is a gaping hole. That must be it, you think. Although you've never seen a dragon's cave before, you clamber over the stones and drop into the black mouth of the cave. You thought it would be dark as night inside, but instead it is brightly lit. You gasp when you see that the light is coming from a mountain of jewels and gold pile up from the floor of the cavern. Then a rush of hot air and a sound like a blast furnace shock you back into reality. Above the jewels rise a long, snake-like neck, and at the end of the neck is a lizard-like head. Only this head is the size of a small car. Bright orange and blue flames leap from its mouth and nose as it speaks. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to think of a voice for this thing.
Hmm.
Okay, I got it.
Sure.
Who dares to start me? It thunders. Whoa! Guess there is such a thing as a dragon after all. On page 25. At least we weren't misleaded. It's actually a dragon.
Yeah, true.
Alright. Slowly, almost painfully, the dragon raises itself from the pile of jewels. It's more terrifying than you could ever imagine. It's part dinosaur, part nightmare. Its back, legs, and wings are covered with thick, sharp spines, each one taller than you. You're too scared to run. You stand frozen. The dragon's long neck steps out of it with terrifying speed. Its huge mouth is only inches away. You almost faint from the smoke pouring out of its mouth. You fall to your knees, trembling, ready for the end. There is but one thing that will save you, the dragon breathes in an eerie whisper. More treasure for my hoard. What have you brought me? Treasure? You rack your brain trying to think of what you can give the dragon for its treasure trove. But what do you have in your book bag? Oh, here's something.
Oh, okay.
If you brought your flashlight, go to page 49. If you brought your tape player, go to page 63. If you brought both, then choose one.
Mm.
We
Oh,
do have both of those. So we just
yeah, but
gotta decide which one to give to it.
flashlight?
Which we give the flashlight or the tape player.
Well, how do I know? Yeah, because I have this whole theory that, like, because like, this is like medieval times and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be like, hold on, how do I say this? They're gonna be like, because it's so advanced technology that, like, even if it's just a random thing like a flashlight, I mean, it might be like really normal to us, but to them, they're probably thinking it's like some kind of like eyeball or something, like, and it has like light and all that. It's like a secondary sun, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, but same with the tape player, except it could like play noises, record noises.
True. Huh, yeah, true. I would say
Should we do the
flashlight. I'm gonna be honest.
flashlight? All right, we'll do
Yeah,
flashlight.
I don't see what's
All
gonna
right,
be in. Yeah, go on.
all right,
What's what
let's
you're
do
saying?
flashlight.
Sure.
All right. You plunge your hand into your book bag, fish around, and pull out your flashlight. Behold, you say, trying to sound as if you're about to show the dragon something great. A magic light stick. The dragon turns its head, so one of its huge green eyes is turning toward the flashlight. A light stick, it breathes, and a ball of orange fire explodes out of its mouth with a tremendous crack. How does the magic work? Like this, oh fire breather, you reply. You switch on the flashlight. The beam light shoots right into the dragon's eye. With a gigantic roar of pain, the dragon snaps its head backwards. The force of its breath knocks you thump. Its breath knocks your tumbling to the floor. You feel the soles of your boots curl up to the heat. A trick! The dragon roars. You have tried to blind me. Now you will feel my flames. The dragon's head, the giant head comes at you like a frightened train. The huge mouth opens. You can smell the sickening stench of the dragon's fiery breath. You turn to run, but as you do, the dragon opens its mouth when you hear the roar of its breath. You turn just in time to see a gigantic ball of fire flying through the air, and it's headed straight for you. The end.
Nah,
So we accidentally blinded this dragon with the flashlight, and it decided to kill us.
ain't no way. How do we do that? Like,
We
what?
were very stupid. We could have just aimed at like a random wall or something, and
Exactly. How we like what?
our character must be very stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how low IQ do you have to be in order
Like,
to do that?
just aim it at a random wall and then shine it.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
at the dragon's face, especially its
Real.
eyeball.
Real. No wonder it killed you. Like, bro.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that I don't even care that we died. At least we got to see this freaking dragon, but
True.
I'm not even mad that we lost a life.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm more mad at the guy, if anything. Our main character, if anything.
Yeah, because that felt more like us, our
But
problem.
not us. But it felt more like
Well,
him,
not
though.
us, our main character.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right. Well, either way. All right. So I guess the tape player was the better option.
Yeah. Somehow.
All right. Let's. What page was that? It was definitely in the 60s. Let's see. Um, hold on, I'm gonna have to. All right. It was page 63. The tape player. All right. Here, oh mighty breath, you say in a quivering voice. A magic music machine. Your hands are shaking, but you manage to pull the tape player from your book bag. Music? The dragon replies. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but the creature sounds a little less angry. Make music, it commands you. Uh, you have to wear it, you explain nervously. Okay, now I'm thinking this actually makes more sense, because maybe
True.
the dragon's experience with music, like, they might have
Maybe.
musical bards,
Maybe.
yeah, that maybe this actually makes sense.
Yes, I agree, it does.
All right. You creep up the pile of jewels until you are level with one of the beast's ears. You feel the great neck twitching beneath you. As carefully as you can, you place the earbuds on the leathery ear and tuck the tape player inside the ear itself. Then you switch on the tape and hold your breath. Turn to page 117. 17. Nothing happens for a few minutes. The dragon sits there with your tape player in its ear. Then you see the great lizard's head begin to bob up and down in time with the music. Dragon, you murmur, trying to be polite, but it doesn't seem to hear you over the music from its earphones. Dragon! You shout. Yes, it answers, sounding a little annoyed. Uh, I was wondering, you say, in this great treasure trove of yours, you wouldn't by any chance have any smooth white stones about so big? You hold your fingers apart to show. White stones, the dragon answers. Hmm, yes. It seems to me I picked up one of those stones the other day. I think I left it in the back room. You can have it if you want. Thank you, mighty fire breath, you reply. You start to edge toward the hole in the back of the wall of the cavern. Don't mention it, the dragon tells you. It bobs up and down. But be careful, it adds. After you get the stone, go up the shaft to the surface. Don't take any other tunnels. Thank you, oh broiler mouth, you cry. You turn and run to the back exit. Go to page 48. So, the tape player was the correct choice.
Yeah. Don't know how, but okay, sure. If it wasn't for our main
But
character, we probably would have won that. Anyways, go on.
but now we have one of the white stones.
Yeah, that's good actually.
Eddie and Sue said they hid two of them, and so I'm guessing they were captured by the executioner and his men.
Yeah,
So that
maybe.
means the executioner has one of the stones.
Probably.
But now we have one of the two that Eddie and Sue hid.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing like Robin Hood maybe has one, maybe the villagers, but I don't know though.
Well, we'll see. All right.
Yeah, true.
You find yourself in a large underground chamber. It's pretty dark, but some light comes down through a hole in one of the walls. You realize you must be near the surface. The cavern is empty except for something small and white that sits in the middle of the floor. You rush to it and pick it up. It's a small white stone about the size of an egg. It starts to glow in your palm. It's one of the magic stones, cry. Yes! Joy floods through you. Carefully, you slip it into your pocket. Okay, I don't know why we picked it up twice, but okay then. Then
Yeah,
you look
sure.
around for.
Oh, sorry, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay. But okay, I thought we already had it, but I guess not. But now we do.
Yeah,
Then you look around for a way out. The light is coming from a sloping shaft that leads up. It its sides are smooth and slippery. You try to inch up. Right away you slip and fall into the ground. Jagged rocks bruise your back. Maybe I could climb that if I tried a little harder, you think. Or maybe next time I'll fall and break my legs. There are several other holes in the wall, but all of them lead downward. You see one tunnel that looks large enough to stand in, and the path seems much easier. Which way do you go? All right, we're given a choice:
Hmm.
go up the
Okay.
shaft or go down the tunnel.
Huh. Uh,
Here's what the dragon said. The dragon said, "Go up and don't take any
true.
other route."
Yeah, true.
So it's basically saying, do we follow the dragon's do we follow the dragon's advice or not?
I think we should follow it. I don't know. He
Yeah,
seems chill.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now that even though it was threatening us, we clearly got we clearly calmed it down after
True.
giving it our tape player.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we should like trust it, I think.
All right, page 23.
Sure.
You decide to you decide to try the climb again. Finally, by pressing your feet against one side of the shaft and your back against the other, you manage to inch your way up. It takes all your strength, then once or twice you almost fall. But finally, you reach the top and climb out into bright sunlight. You lie there panting until you catch your breath and your eyes get used to the light. Then you pick yourself up. Grimly, you remind yourself that you still have to rescue Eddie and Sue before you can get home. It's time to get moving again. Glancing around, you recognize a big pointy rock that you saw on your way in. Start walking. Soon you find yourself back at the crossroads. All right, back at to page 32.
Okay,
Now we've got to
nice.
pick a different way.
Mm.
All right, so we'll cross Margaret's Tower and the Dragon's Cave out.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
either the village or the forest.
Um, village? I don't know. I mean, I
The
feel like
village?
there's gonna be someone in the forest, but then again, there'll be someone in the village. I don't know. Uh, Forest?
Well,
I
just
reckon that's where Robin Hood is. I reckon that's where Robin Hood will be. But then, like, what happens if he like does something? Like he kills us or something? I don't know.
so should we go to the forest or should we go to the village?
I think we should go to the village, but I don't. But
All
then
right,
you said about the whole curse thing. Hmm.
but then again, that was before I said like if Eddie and Sue were captured by the executioner.
True. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Okay. I think we should go to the village. I think.
All right, let's go to the village.
Sure.
I guess since we gave the dragon our tape player, I guess that means we don't have it anymore.
Yeah. True.
So that means but we still have our flashlight and soccer ball.
Yeah. True.
All right. This road must lead to a village, you think? It might even be the village where Eddie and Sue went for supplies. You stride down the narrow dirt path, then you hear noises from behind. Men shouting, metal clanging on metal, horses neighing. You don't know who is coming, but you want to be able to see them before they see you. Quickly, you haul yourself out of the mud and scramble onto the high, grassy shoulder of the road. Crouch behind a few scraggly bushes. You're just in time, too. A troop of heavily armed knights appear around a bend. Each knight wears a red and black tunic over his armor, and each carries a long, sharp lance pointing skyward. Long red and black flangs flap in the wind. Red and black, you think? Why does that ring a bell? Then you remember Eddie and Sue told you that the red and black are King Robert's colors. Those must be his soldiers. The earth trembles as the horses storm by. When they have disappeared, you walk back onto the road. The soldiers went the same direction you were heading. Do you follow? Alright, we give it a choice.
Uh,
Follow or don't and go back to the crossroads.
uh,
At
y-
least
I
now
f-
we know that the village now there's gonna be soldiers in the village.
True.
So
Hmm.
so it's kinda like they continue with the village or go back to the
I
crossroads.
think we should go back to the crossroads and go back to and go to maybe the forest or something. Like, I don't think we're
Yeah,
prepared
let
to do what we
I
gotta be honest.
I yeah, I think it's safer to just go to the forest instead of being pursued
Yeah,
by the
I agreed.
soldiers.
Like, yeah. I mean, think of it. We have the book. If anything comes up to us, we got the book. I
No, we
think we're
don't
gonna be
have
all
that
right.
book.
Wait, we don't. I thought we picked up the magic book. Or did we?
No, we didn't pick it up. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
it
Okay.
was, it was just there. It was like,
Oh,
but
okay.
we
I
do have a
see.
white stone.
Okay. All right.
So we have a
Okay.
white stone, we have soccer ball, and a flashlight.
Okay. I see. Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
let's go back to
Yeah. Go
the
first.
the forest was 84, right?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. First.
All right, we're going back, and this time we're going into the forest.
Okay. Sure.
All right, all right, we're in the forest now. This road leads to a thick forest. Massive oak trees line both sides, and tangled bushes and saplings crowd around their bases. Branches meet overhead, shutting out the sunlight. The road looks well traveled, but after an hour of walking, you still haven't seen anyone. You are getting tired and thirsty. Snap. Without warning, your feet are pulled out from under you. You've jerked up into the air, where you hung upside down. You've walked into some sort of trap. Desperately, you twist around, trying to find a way to untie yourself. As you try helplessly, a pair of dirty sandal clad feet come into view. Well, well, little John, says a man's voice. It seems you're trapped. Seems your trap caught something. You raise your head and catch a glimpse of the speaker. He is tall and has a brown beard and shoulder length hair. He is wearing a green tunic and leggings. On his head is a green hat with a long red feather. Welcome to our forest, he says with a big grin. Swing to page 113. He lowers you gently to the ground. When you stand up, you see five other men. They're dressed in green tunics and leggings. They carry long bows and quivers of arrows, except for one very tall man who carries a long staff. That one is Little John. The man who's that one is Little John. The man who spoke seems to be their leader. Sorry, traveler, he says now. This trap was set for the king's soldiers, not a lone pilgrim like yourself. Uh, that's all right, you say awkwardly. You were frightened at first, but now this man seems kind and friendly. In fact, he reminds you of someone. But who? Your thoughts are interrupted by the stranger. Say, we're just about to have our midway meal, he says, slapping you on the back. It's only a modest repast. We'd love to have you. What you say? these fellows could be just the help you need. Maybe you should go with them. On the other hand, what do you really what do you really know about them? Besides that they wear green in tights. However, give it a choice.
Mhm.
Go with the men or be alone.
Go with them, like I don't know if this is actually Robin Hood. Like I
I
don't
don't
think
remember
he's
I wait a minute. I don't remember Robin Hood having a beard.
okay. That's actually a good point. But do we?
Does he have a beard?
We
Wait.
kind. I don't know because there's multiple different versions of Robin Hood. You got to remember that. But there is.
All right, I'm gonna
He's
assume
always
I'm
like.
gonna say the original version. Well,
Yeah, yeah. Because like you got to remember, there's different versions of Robin Hood, but they always
I'm searching this up
got
right
a.
now. Original
Yeah,
Robin Hood.
yeah. Because usually they always have a bow of some kind, and I'm assuming this one has a bow, but like,
Said he had a bushy beard. I'm looking at the image right now. The picture of him, it doesn't show a bushy beard. It seems like a little short, like it seems like he is hairy right there, but not as hairy as the book described him.
hmm, hmm, okay. Uh,
I literally just searched it up.
hmm, okay. I don't know, I mean, I think this would be Robin Hood, but like, looking
I
at
don't think so.
this,
I'm skeptical. Why would one of their
hmm,
men, who was basically the tallest of them, be called Little John?
that's actually a good point. Little John.
I don't feel safe around
Yeah,
I don't feel
let's
safe. This is
go.
probably an
Yeah,
imposter.
yeah, let's go.
I would rather be alone.
Yeah, little John. Yeah, little John. Yeah.
But I'm more skeptical because Robin has a beard, and when he's meant to be a little bit hairy on his
True.
chin,
Yeah, true. But
like
then
a
he has a
little
bushy beard.
chin spot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but this guy's a bushy beard. That which.
Yeah, this is clearly
Yeah.
not Robin Hood.
Yeah, I think we should just leave
Yeah,
him.
just because he
Like.
wears green doesn't mean he is Robin Hood.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
52.
Sure.
This isn't a movie. Remind yourself. Just because they're wearing green tights doesn't mean they're like Robin Hood. That's what I just said.
Yeah. True.
You slowly back away from the smiling man. I just remembered, you say.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I'm
I
not really
thought this was
hungry.
me.
Oh, right, you're on mute. That's okay. I just remembered, you say. I'm not very hungry. Oh, come on, the leader of the men says, taking a quick step toward you. Just a quick bite. No thanks, repeat. You sense something behind you. You sense someone behind you and turn. It's the one called Little John. He smiles down at you. You suddenly you notice that he has a very sharp teeth. Without stopping to think, you kick the big man in the knee. Yo! He howls. You dodge around him. You run down the road as fast as you can. Your heart your heart is beating wildly. There's something wrong with these guys. You glance over your shoulder. They're gaining on you. You know you can't outrun them. Okay, you big bullies! You shout, whirling around. You're ready to fight, even if it seems hopeless. But to your surprise, the men run right by you. Guess they're not as tough as I thought, you say. No, they're not, someone answers. Turn to page 19. Standing next to you is a cloaked figure, who seems to have appeared out of nowhere. You jump back in fright, still shaky from your narrow escape. Who are you? You ask, your voice quivering. A friend, the cloaked figure murmurs. I don't know if need any more friends, reply. The stranger laughs. A wise point of view, but it's not safe to be wandering in this forest alone. You relax a little. Even though you can't see this guy's face, you don't feel threatened. Why don't you follow me? The stranger suggests. if you see anything you don't like, you can always stop. But I think you'll do better than me than with them. You looked down the road. The men chasing you were scared off by something, and it wasn't you. Could they have been scared off by this person who isn't much taller than you? Okay, you say. I'll go with you. Good, replies the stranger. He steps off the road through some dense bushes. If there's a trail, you don't see it. Where are we going? You ask, pushing through the bushes. To Robin's camp, comes the answer. Go to page 78. Robin's camp. Could Robin be Robin Hood? You can't remember if there was a real Robin Hood. If there was, when did he live? You walk through the dense woods for what seems like an hour, then suddenly you emerge into a large clearing. In front of you is a small village, tucked into the middle of the forest. Neat cottages are built around and sometimes in the trees. Tables are set out in the open, and dozens of people sit around them, eating, laughing, and talking. Robin's camp, your guide says with a flourish. Right then, you make up your mind. You're going to ask this fellow You're going to ask this fellow Robin to help you look for the stones? Please take me to see Robin, you ask. Now? The stranger looks almost annoyed. We haven't even eaten. I have no time to waste, you reply a little gruffly. Well, if you can't wait, go find Robin yourself, the stranger snaps. You know you should find Robin. There's no time to waste, but you don't want to offend your guide, who's been helpful and kind. Besides, you're hungry. Alright, give it a choice.
Hmm.
Go find
Interesting.
Robin or stay with the stranger.
Uh, hmm. Uh, what if he is Robin though? Hmm?
But the, the guy we've been following?
True. Yeah, he seems like it. I mean, he's heroic, I think. Or at least he seems like it. He's wise, I think.
Yeah, it's sort of like
He
that.
he knows. Yeah, he knows his stuff. Come on.
And besides, the book really literally stated that we're hungry.
True. Yeah, we should. I think we should follow this guy. He seems kind and nice. I think we should.
Yeah, let's follow him.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, let's eat, you decide. The stranger leads you to a table and motions for you to sit. Then the stranger throws back the hood of the cloak. To your astonishment, the stranger is not a man at all. It's a young woman with red, long hair. I am Robin, she announces with a broad grin, and these are my people, all sworn enemies of King Robert and the Lord High Executioner. Dozens of men and women crowd around you. You notice that the looks they give you are not all friendly. Now that you know who I am, Robin continues, it's time you tell us who you are, stranger. You know you have to be careful, but you want to trust these people. You need a friend in this strange place and time. So the words begin to pour out of you. You tell the whole story about Eddie and Sue and the time travel, and how you are trying to rescue them. When you're done, the crowd of people stares at you dumbfounded. A strange story, Robin says thoughtfully, and we would like to help the prince and princess if we can. But how do we know we can believe you? Go to page 83. How can you convince these people that you told the truth? That you really are from the future? You frown. There must be something in your book bag, something that will amaze them and make them believe your weird tale. But what did you bring with you? All right, here's something.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the soccer ball, turn to page 103. If you have the tape player, turn to page 70. If you have both of them, turn to choose.
Oh, to
Well,
see the football.
we gave our tape player to the dragon,
True.
so we have to go with the soccer ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we should.
I wonder what happens if we didn't have any of them. Probably just it
Hmm.
doesn't really say if you have none of them.
Yeah, what would happen? I'm curious actually.
Actually, now
Hmm.
thinking about it, we had to take three of the four items. It's clear
True.
you couldn't skip it.
Yeah, true. Hmm.
So you
Like,
clearly
what
would
if
have
it?
had to bring one of them.
Yeah, true. Like, yeah, but like, what if like you lost both items? What would happen? Like,
I
what if?
don't know I don't
Yeah,
we don't know what path we would have lost the soccer ball.
true. Yeah,
Either way, we have to choose the soccer ball
yeah,
since we don't have the tape player anymore.
yeah. True.
All right, soccer ball. You pull the soccer ball out of your book bag. This is one of our greatest inventions, you declare. In the future, all the kids play this game. You drop the ball and kick it away. Your heart sinks as the ball travels through the air and hits one of Robin's men right in the head. But to your great relief, the crowd laughs. You aren't very good with that ball, Robin tells you. Not from someone from the future. She stares at you thoughtfully, raising one eyebrow. Then she says, if you're such an expert at this game, prove it. Prove it? You echo nervously. The outlaw leader puts two fingers in her mouth and whistles surely. Immediately, a dozen very large muscular men form a tight line across the clearing. Get the ball past them, Robin says, and we'll trust you. And if we don't, we must banish you from this place. You gaze down the clearing at the line of men. They're all over 6 feet tall, and their legs are like a line of tree trunks. Robin and the rest of her band watch expectantly. Taking a deep breath, you drop the ball on the hard ground. You start to dribble toward the men. Go to page 72. You dribble sideways across the clearing as if you're going to around the men. As you hoped, they all shift to the side, leaving a small gap between the third and fourth man. Seeing your chance, you pivot and kick in a swift motion. The ball shoots across the line like a missile and slips through the gap. Yes! You shout. Everyone starts cheering and applauding. I believe you now, Robin says warmly. The prince and princess told me to look for you. They said I would know you by the way you kick a ball. They left this for you. She holds out her hand, palm up, and shows you a smooth, round white stone. It glows in the dim light of the clearing. One of Morgred's stones! You cry gratefully taking it. And here's something else. Robin shows you a small silver whistle. We have we too have our magic, she explains. Blow this whistle anywhere in the kingdom, and we will hear it. If we can, we will come to your aid. But use it carefully. It only works once. Good luck on your journey. Two of Robin's men lead the way into the forest. An hour later, you are standing back at the crossroads. So now we have the other stone and a magic whistle now.
True. Yeah.
So all
Hmm.
right, we'll add those to our inventory.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
All right. So we now have both magic stones
Yeah.
and a magic whistle that we can use to bring Robin and her men to us, but we can only
Yes.
use it once.
Okay. Okay. I say we go. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense.
All right. Return to the crossroads.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll mark forest out.
And then The only thing left is the village.
No,
And
we've already tried the village. We
wait, we
chickened
have?
out because of the men.
Okay, wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay, that makes sense. That
we
makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, but should we go to? I mean, we could also go to the castle.
Let's go, castle. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Terror Tower is definitely something to save last. All
Yeah,
right, let's go to the castle on page 61.
sure.
Castle. I'll head this way, you decide. You strike off down a broad, well-tendered road. Eventually it becomes paved with smooth gray cobblestones, and the walking is easier. The sun is shining. Soon the road starts getting crowded. Rich lords and ladies dressed in silks and velvets are riding on big horses. Peasants dressed in heavy woolen clothes balance large loads on their shoulders. Beggars dressed in rags stumble along, asking for handouts. We're all heading in the same direction. The road becomes even more crowded as you climb to the top of a hill. You understand why now. And the green valley below is a huge stone castle. It looks like something out of a fairy tale. Then you see that at one corner of the castle stands a black, windowless tower. You shiver. You know from Eddie and Sue's description that it's Terror Tower. Your steps are bringing you closer at the last place you want to be. But you have to face it eventually. You follow the crowd down the road toward the castle. Go on to page 85. As the road heads down into the valley and toward the castle, you see that it divides into two main branches. Into into two. The main branch leads through a bustling market, over the moat's drawbridge, and right through the main gates of the castle. Dozens of soldiers are guarding the entrance. This must be King this must be King Robert's castle, you think. You glance at the smaller road. It follows the castle wall for a while, then it disappears around the corner. You don't know where it leads. Which way should you go? Alright, give it a choice. Actually, three choices.
Okay.
Go to the main gate, go to the smaller road, or or return to the crossroads.
Smaller road.
The small road?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, page 111.
Wait. And this is
What?
like. Wait. Okay, yeah, because main gate. I think that obviously that place is obviously going to be defended, right?
Well, it's like, but we don't know where the smaller road is leading to, though.
True. Yeah.
We can
What does
clearly
that
see where
actually?
the main gate is leading,
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, okay.
and it's more populated.
True. Okay. Main
So
gate.
should we go to the populated main gate, or should we go for the unknown leading smaller road?
I honestly. Okay, now you say that, I honestly don't know. Okay. Uh. Okay. 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 Okay.
There's- We could return to the crossroads, but that's not really something we should do, considering the
Yeah.
castle is our only choice other than Terror Tower, which is clearly something we saved for last.
True. I think main gate. Come on, and if we come on, we have the whistle. I think it's okay if we just go to the main gate. Yeah.
Oh wait, what? But there's also, but remember, this is a choose your own adventure, so
True.
maybe some players would have chosen this first, and maybe they don't have the whistle before it going forward.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this will imply we don't have the whistle, considering there's other paths we could take.
True.
All right, well, let's just go
Mhm.
to the main gate.
Yeah. Let's just see what that does.
If there is a chance we get to use the whistle, then we'll use it.
Okay. Sure.
All right. You take a deep breath and join the mass of people on the main road toward the castle. You push your way through the crowded market square. The air is thick with the smells of cooking food, animal skins, and unwashed people. Soon you're standing just below the drawbridge. A short line is formed as people wait to get past the guards just ahead. Two fierce-looking soldiers grab a farmer by his arms and yank a large basket from his grip. "What have you got here?" one of the guards sneers. Just chickens," the peasant stammers. "For the royal kitchen?" With a harsh laugh, one of the guards turns the basket over, dumping the squawking hens onto the planks of the drawbridge. "His Majesty doesn't want scrawny-looking things like this," the guard says. He kicks the hens into the water of the moat. "But," the farmer protests, "are you making trouble?" the guard shouts. "You know where we take troublemakers, don't you?" He points toward the tower. Without a word, the farmer turns and slinks away, stumbling past into the crowd. "Who's next?" roars the guard, laughing with delight. He glares at you. Go to 121. At least now we know that we know what how the guards and King Robert are treating their peasants.
True. Maybe we can use that against them at some point. But yeah, let's keep going.
I just hope that moat isn't filled with crocodiles.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, rest in peace, chickens.
Yeah, true.
All right. You stand there frozen at the spot after what you just saw. You know you'll never get past those guards, but if you turn and walk away now, you won't that make the guards suspicious? You're so scared you nearly leap out of your skin when you feel a tap on your shoulder. "Say there," says a friendly voice. "You wouldn't be looking for work, would you?" You turn quickly, ready to run, but the man gazing down at you is smiling and friendly. He's tall and clean-shaved, with bright blue eyes. He has a plumped hat, and his clothes are rich red and blue velvet. On his fingers he wears large jewels. You realize he must be a nobleman. You're so tongue-tied, all you can do is stammer. "What?" The man laughs. "I seem to have lost my page in the market, and I desperately need one before I present myself at court. Mustn't attend court without a page. I'll pay you, of course. This could be your big chance. This nobleman can get you into the castle. But once you're inside, will you be able to get away from him? But what does a page do anyway?" The seconds go by as he waits for your answer. Alright, we're given a choice. So
Mm-hmm.
be the nobleman's page or don't.
I think B, the nobleman's page. Like, we obviously want to, like, go to the king or something.
I guess.
Hmm.
Wait, this proves that our character is male
Yeah,
because
true.
pages are male.
Yeah.
If it
Hmm.
was female, it would have been a dame.
Yeah, true. Okay, I mean,
So
not saying that guarantee. Go on.
we're a male in this story.
Okay, I mean, not guaranteeing anything, but maybe they'll see us as like, how do I say this?
Okay, but that's not important. What is
Yeah,
important is deciding to be with him or not.
true. Yeah, I think we should. Yeah,
Yeah, this could be our only chance to get into the castle
yeah, yeah. I think we should
without
take that.
causing too much suspicion.
Yeah. Uh huh.
All right,
True.
all right. Let's be this nobleman's page. It might be too risky, but this may be your only chance to get into the castle. You take a deep breath. Yeah, verily, my lord, you stammer, trying to remember how to talk in movies. "I wouldn't be much honored." The nobleman grins. "Follow me, then," he commands. You walk behind him as he crosses the drawbridge. The guards on both sides bow to him. They don't give you a second look. Wow, you think as you try not to step on your new master's embroidered red velvet cape. That was easy. As you enter the main courtyard at the castle, you don't know where to look first. There's even more to see here than at the market. The palace guards lounge around, polishing their swords with dirty rags. Servants rush back and forth with bags and baskets. You stop to stare at a company of knights clattering by on their chargers. Come along, your master urges. He mustn't keep we mustn't keep King Robert waiting. King Robert, you repeat. Your heart begins to pound. If the king finds out who you are, he'll send you to the tower. Meet the king on page 132. All right, let's see what King Robert looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what our antagonist looks like. All right. You follow your new master through giant doors leading into a huge hall. He directs you to a small side room. Then he orders you to change to your peasant's clothing into the blue velvet garments of a nobleman's page. Then you and your master step into a big room with a throne in one end. From somewhere, a servant calls out, Lord Worcester. You realize that's your master's name. He sweeps grandly down the long aisle. On either side are more noblemen and women. You try to keep yourself from shaking in fear as you follow him, but this is a nightmare. You walking straight toward your friend's greatest enemy. Lord Worcester stops 10 feet in front of the throne and bows. You realize you should bow too. The king has a thick beard and curly black hair that hangs down from his shoulders. He has a very unpleasant look on his face, as if he's just eaten something rotten. Lord Worcester, the king says, any word of my dear niece and nephew? I was so worried about them. You feel as if you're going to faint. The king is talking to Lord Worcester, but he's staring right at you. Try not to faint as you turn to page 92. At least we know our nobleman's name.
Yeah, true.
Lord Worcester.
Yeah.
Alright. The king holds you in his piercing stare for what seems like an eternity. Then he glances away. You realize you were holding your breath. No, sire, Lord Worcester replies. Unfortunately, the prince and princess are still missing, but I shall not rest until I find them. The king nods silently, then waves a hand to dismiss your master. You follow Lord Worcester as he head back, as he backs away and joins the crowd of noblemen on one side of the great hall. As you do, your eye catches a figure darting behind a purple curtain hanging on the side wall. You can easily you see that the curtain is hiding a door. It would be easy to slip through the crowd and disappear behind the curtain. This could be your chance to get away and explore the castle. Still, Lord Worcester has been useful to you. He's gotten you this far, and he did say he was searching for Eddie and Sue. Maybe you should stick with him. I would give it a choice.
Okay.
Slip behind the curtain or stay in the throne room.
Hmm. I think we should stay in the front room, I'm gonna be honest. Hmm.
Okay,
And
is there any reason? Go on.
uh I mean the curtain sure, I think there's no like right or wrong option here, but like I think if we go behind that curtain, I think the king's gonna be like, oh, that guy's a bit suspicious, like, what is he doing? Hmm. Yeah,
Well, I don't know if we're like in the throne room. But,
true.
wouldn't it have said like stay with Lord Worcester?
Yeah, cool.
This
Hmm.
just feels kind of like misleading. Like stay in the throne
Yeah,
room. That's clearly a stay with Lord Worcester.
true.
So it's like, do we s- do we s- do we slip behind the curtain and try to get away from him, or stay with him?
I think we should stay with him, try and get more information, but I mean, we're a page
So
boy, come on. Yeah, we're not gonna wait, go on this, right?
stay in the throne room.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's stay in the throne room.
Okay, sure.
Alright, page 54. You have no idea what's behind that curtain, and being Lorcester's page has worked out pretty well so far. You slip behind the Earl's cape and sit down. Your eyes are filled with the sparkle of gold jewelry, the rich colors of thick tapestries hanging from the walls, the glistening armor of the palace guards. You feel relaxed, so you wait to see what will happen next. At that moment, the Earl takes a step forward toward the throne. Sire! He calls. From his seat on the throne, King Robert glances up quickly. Oh, wait. uh, Yes, Lord. Wait, sorry. Sire, he calls. And from his seat on the throne, King Robert glances up quickly. Yes, Lord Worcester? He asks. Sire, when you asked about your niece and nephew, I forgot to mention something. The Earl smiles pleasantly. Please? King Robert says with an impatient wave of his hand. Worcester, do you always have to be so dramatic? My apologies, sire, Worcester answers with a deep bow. It's just that I don't often get to unmask a traitor. Traitor? You wonder who the Earl can be talking about. Then you notice he is pointing at you. Go to page 56. Before you can move, four heavily armed royal guards appear at your side. This is one of your niece and nephew's friends. The Earl tells the king with a flourish. King Robert gets to his feet and glares at you. A friend of theirs, are you? He shouts. You'll wish you had better friends than we've done with you. When we're done with you. The spy was disguised as a peasant, Worcester continues. But I have ways of seeing those who have used the magic stones. This one stood out as clear as day. Good work, the king says with a smile. But then, I expect such work from the Lord High Executioner. An icy finger of fear travels down your spine. Worcester is the Lord High Executioner? The same man Eddie and Sue warned you about? The man who imprisoned them in the tower? And you walked right into his clutches? You're on the way to the tower yourself. Your heart sinks with the knowledge of what awaits you. You should have stayed in your own time, the Lord High Executioner sneers. You may seem primitive to you in this age, but there's one thing we're much better at. Causing pain. The end.
What?
So, Lord Worcester was the Lord High Executioner in disguise.
Nah.
We should have. We should have. We should have. We should have noticed.
Yeah, true.
That
But
was
I
actually.
can't.
That was actually a good twist.
True, yeah, good twist. Yeah, I do admit. Like, yeah,
Unfortunately, that was our
yeah,
last life.
true.
Well, but I will admit this was actually pretty good for what we've got.
True.
Well, anyways,
Mm,
I hope you guys enjoyed this choose your own adventure for Return to Terra Tower. Even though we've lost, it was still a pretty good time. Next up is Shop Till You Drop Dead, which I'm actually looking forward to, even though it seems to be in some sort of mall. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this choose your own adventure, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
see ya.